Hello, my creative friends. My name is Heather North. You can find me on Instagram at Heather's Creative Blessings. I am here with Flosstube number 19, I think. That means it's been 19 weeks of filming these cross-stitch Flosstube videos for you. It's kind of exciting. I wasn't sure I'd make it to week 3, and here we are getting close to my 20th. Is episode the right word? Maybe. Anyways, today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. So I have a recap of March. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous sunny day. When I was driving home today, it was 61 degrees about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So it might, I don't know if it'll creep up to 65. It'll cool down tonight, they said, and rain is coming, but it's just been glorious. The grass is green. You can see the trees trying to bud out and leaf out. And I don't know, fall is my favorite season, but spring's probably my second favorite. So it's exciting to see all the new growth. And that this month has gone so much faster than March 2020 did. Let's just leave it at that. So recap, March Madness. I do have my fully finished FFO for March Madness. I'll give you a little sneak peek at the back. Those of you who voted on Instagram will probably know which one won out. But yeah, I'll show that a little bit later. Don't let me forget. So right there, hopefully I won't forget to show you. I had to run upstairs after starting my first video because I realized I didn't have it. So take 2. It's easier just to start a new video than to try and get one that's spliced together uploaded. Let me just say that. So recap for March, because it's just really, really exciting. The new WIPGO numbers have been called. WIPGO is by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. March Madness is something that the Steel City Stitchers kind of put together with the brackets. Changed mine up a little bit, but go check out Steel City Stitchers to see more about March Madness and how they do it, or you can watch some of my previous videos to see how I did it. But I am happy to say I met my goals for both of those things. Those are the big things that I did in March, and I'm looking for finishes. Okay, so for March, I should have written it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 finishes in March. Yay, 12 finishes. That brings my 2021 total finishes to 20. I started the year with 21 WIPs carrying into 2020, which would mean I'd only have 1 left, except I finished a lot of the things that I also started in 2020. So just to give you a little glimpse, these are my 2020 WIPs, and if it's grayed out, highlighted out, that means I finished it. These are my 2021 new starts and WIPs, and you can see I grayed out a lot more on here. But that's good. I'm not falling behind. I guess at this point, yeah, I haven't counted to see how many versus how many I have going. Doesn't really matter. I'm having fun and I'm getting things done, which motivates me to go even further. So I have 1 thing FFO'd. I think I just have the 1 thing FFO'd. So that brings my total FFOs to 3 for the year. Not quite as impressive. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new starts. I might have 6. I might start something new tonight, depending on how tired I am and when I get to go sit in my stitching spot. So that to me is exciting. 12 finishes in March. That was a lot of fun. And really motivating to continue on, and I am so ready to start all of the things. I have heard of Americana April. I may do some of that. It seems more like a May thing for me to do, because you've got, but then if I could get it done in April, I could put it up for May for Memorial Day. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I do have some spring things to get started and that I have started that I'd like to finish and work on, or work on. And if I find more, I'll be adding it to my cart and doing more. Okay, so that's my March Madness. Should I show the FFO now or should I wait till the very end? I think I'm going to wait. I'm just going to kind of pull things out and go, oh, that's the other thing is WIPGO. So WIPGO, works in progress bingo. I finished both of the things for March and they're finished. I mean, not fully fit, not FFO'd, but the projects, the pieces are finished. So I met my goal and I carried on until those things were completed. And then I pull it out because every Wednesday I try and work on WIPS, especially WIPS that are on my WIPGO board. I pulled out Singing in the Rain. This is by Flamingo Toes, Beverly McAuliffe. And I was working on it and I thought, I think I'm just going to scrap this whole piece. I was working with these sulky rayon threads. They are so pretty. I love the colors. They, to me, seem thinner than like your DMC or your classic Colorworks. I have it on this piece of linen, I think. I'm not even sure what this piece is, but the holes are pretty loose. So between it being a rayon thread, being very thin, and the holes being loose, it's a little bit of a struggle working on it. And then I keep messing up. And so I thought, even though I love these colors and I love this pattern, I'm considering just scrapping it. Well, guess what number Jessie Marie called for April? It's this piece. Singing in the Rain. So now I have, today is the last day to decide if I'm going to scrap it and put another WIP in its place, or if I'm just going to put, because I think my goal was to do 5 hours on this project. In fact, I can look it up in my, I keep a bunch of information in here. So 2021 WIPGO, this was number 21, 4 hours. So the goal was to work on it for 4 hours. I worked on it for an hour. I tore out, I'll show you where I'm at. I started the umbrella and then I tore it out. And then I started it again and I tore it out because I could not get these bottom pieces to line up. And I don't know what my problem was. And when I think about just scrapping it completely, then I feel sad. So I don't know if that's the OCD in me that feels like this just needs to be completed, or if it means I really like it. But life is short, so I don't want to stitch on something and spend my time on something I don't love. But I don't know, what do you guys do when you get to a piece where it seems like you're making more mistakes and you're not really happy with it? Do you put it in timeout and bring it out later? Do you just scrap it all together, or do you press through? Because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when my next video, you'll know what I have decided to do with this. But here's my progress so far. All that I have done is added in this umbrella 3 times. It's still not complete. And yeah, I don't know. I can't show you the chart. If I could show you the chart, I would show you what my struggle is. But I think it's more me, so I don't want to say anything about the chart either. It's just, I don't know. Should I keep on with it? Should I restart it with maybe a different fabric that the threads go better with, or different threads for this fabric, or I don't know what to do. Anyways, that's WIPGO for April. The other one that was called was number 3, Quilty Love, the one that I finished in, I think I showed it last week because I think that's when I finished it, for March Madness. So I had 2 slots on my WIPGO board, but I wanted to bring it to finish. So that one's finished. I think I'll either put another WIP from WIP. So here we have 2, if I change my project for WIPGO, that's 2 projects that aren't what was originally charted. And does that matter? I don't think so. It's not like anybody's gonna, it's not like the WIPGO police are gonna come get me, but I also don't want to make excuses. I could fully finish it, but I'm still unsure whether I'm going to finish that as a standalone piece or because it looks like a quilt, if I decide to make my quilty type pieces into an actual quilt. Because I'm thinking about doing that with my cross stitch pieces that remind me of quilts, just making it into a wall hanging. So would it go with that? Or because it's more patriotic, do I just do it on its own and have it finished and ready to go for, I'll put it up maybe Memorial Day weekend, and it will stay through the summer probably if I put it up on the wall. I don't know. So those are my WIPGOs. And let's see. I'm going to show you. I'm trying to decide if what do I have here? Yeah, because those are new start, finish. Okay, so this is one of the WIPs I worked on this week because I had finished all of those 12 WIPs. Oh my goodness. It's so exciting, you guys. Let me just move this because the chart is showing here. Oh, that doesn't really show the whole chart. This is not the best picture. I don't think I can show you another picture without showing you the chart. I am using my line keeper from the Fat Quarter Shop. This came in one of the Stitch Quarterly boxes. I'm just looking to make sure that there's no other one. Nope, there's no other picture to show you, but I can show you where I am so far. But I'm using that line keeper because when I use the printout versus the iPad, because it's a little bit small for me and it helps keep, and it's not a color chart. Well, I take that back. She does have one that's just color because it's solid. You could use, she uses variegated thread. That's what I use. It's just one color. But it's small, so it's a little bit hard for me to see. So, it's on Lotus 28 count Jobelin from the Stitch Me. And this is what I have. So it's one of my favorite verses, Jeremiah 29:11, I think. Hi, Michael. And it says, I know the plans. So the verse says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and bring you peace, or future and hope. I've had it memorized, but I'll just blame Michael, my distraction. But this says, I know the plans I have for you. And so that's coming along nicely. That's one of my kind of goes along with my word of the year. Word of the year this year is hope. And so even though, to give you a future, plans to prosper you, bring you peace, a future and a hope. Hope it's in that verse. It's not in the chart, but hope it's in that verse. Anyways, look up Jeremiah 29:11 and you'll find it. There's several different versions, and part of the problem is that I've memorized it in at least three different versions, and so that's when I get really messed up when I'm trying to recite it back. That's my excuse. But this is kind of my focus on hope. So that's as my word of the year, that God has a plan for my life and your life, and it's a good plan. And not every day is good. Not all the time is good, but the overarching plan is a good one. And there is hope in that. So clinging to that hope. So on to another March Madness finish. This was also on my WIPGO board. And this is a Merry Christmas by Cherry Hill Stitchery. And there's my finish. Isn't it cute? I love the little cardinals in the snow. I love the little snowflakes too. They look so dainty and happy. They almost look like hearts when they're stitched. So yeah, this is another finish. Didn't finish in round one of March Madness, but it is done now. And I think there might have been 2 slots There's at least one slot, but there might have been 2 slots on my WIPGO board, so I'm ahead on my WIPGO board with that piece as well. Which I guess if you have 20 finishes in the first 3 months of the year like I do, that's going to happen. And I have a lot of smalls and only a couple of really large pieces. So the second thing that I finished was, oops, the April sampler of the month from Cottage Needleworks. And you'll see the house on this one is done in Pumpkin Harvest by Classic Colorworks, but I used a different color. I used Fleur de Lilac and Mold Berries by Classic Colorworks. This is in my Dot Dot Goose Designs bag, by the way. It's this farmhouse looking bag. And one of the things I wanted to point out, last week I said something about crescent colors being color and cotton. And I was watching the replay and I instantly knew, oh, I did something wrong. That's not right. It's Classic Colorworks. Crescent Colors is now Classic Colorworks. I said the wrong thing and I'm so sorry. I put a little note in there and somebody else caught it too and let me know that I had done that wrong, and I wanted to correct it in this video so you weren't trying to look for color and cotton, whatever that color I showed was, and not able to find it. If that's the case, please message me or leave a comment so that I can correct it or help you find it. I have no problem doing that. But anyways, I finished the April sampler. Didn't use that in this, but this is, I decided to do this on the Aqua hand dyed from Color and Cotton. It's a 28 count Lugana. And I even did, don't look too closely, but I even did the little eyes in French knots or colonial knots. You can see the house I changed, the house I changed to Pink Posy. The roof I did that mold, whatever that berry color was I just said. And I did the Fleur de Lilac in the lines going across, kind of separating the borders horizontally, and the April. The rest of the colors I kept pretty much the same. I put white in the center of these flowers instead of yellow because I liked it that way. But I think I kept everything else the same. So these lines, instead of being white, the white just didn't show up on this particular fabric. Even the bunnies are a little bit faded, but because the bunnies have the pink in their ears and the nose and the little bit around there, you can kind of see them. But when it was just white across, it didn't really show up all that well. Oh, let's do a little bit closer up there. Yay, so April's done before April. If I didn't have company coming, I would finish this up this weekend and put it on my wall. But I don't think I'm going to have time or space for that. So that leads me to my first new start, I think, of this week. First or second. Doesn't really matter the order. But since I finished that, and this is part of my Happy Mail, my May sampler of the month showed up. And I've decided to do it on that same fabric. It's the same colors. In fact, I think they're all the same colors, but they added in a red. I think it's a cherry tomato is the red color. So, is that right? Yeah. This is what I have so far. I've started the border and I'm coming back. Yeah, actually, I just started this last night. This is the last thing I worked on before going to bed. Oh, haven't picked it up today. Haven't had time to cross stitch today, and it's already 4 o'clock at least. Woe is me. My husband said, oh, the problems you have. Whatever. I mean, I just want to cross stitch all day. Is that wrong? Apparently. And so my other new start, this is one that I took this chart to Acorns and Threads to get fabric to go with the, and actually I think I had them pull the floss as well, because I think this was the one I didn't have floss for. But we pulled fabric and got it all situated. But this is Madame Chantilly Spring Garland. And I'm doing this garland. It also comes with the chart for this, which let me show you that on the back. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I could end up doing both of those. But basically, this right here, okay, sorry. This right here is this section right here. So I'm doing mine on 36 count linen in the color pewter from Picture This Plus, and I am doing 1/2. The colors, it's a little bit of a blue-green gray in real life, but it's showing just kind of gray here. It looks very pewter. It looks like the right color from what I can see on the screen. But I've got the little butterfly and the little flower. And I changed the leaf color on this. And I'll show you, sorry for the crinkle. This is the called for color. It is such a strong color that it just kind of dominated to me. And when you take this color, you can see they're both a brighter green, but this is a much lighter, bright green. So, so yeah, I pulled out one thread because it is different when you're doing one thread over two versus two threads over two. The color looks different when there's just one of them. So yeah, I am so loving this. So loving this. Very springy, and I had been wanting to do spring. I don't have a ton of spring charts, and so I'm still looking for more. If you have a favorite spring chart you're working on, will you tell me what you're working on right now? Because I'd love to add it to my cart. Of course, that means it probably won't get stitched till next spring, because by the time I get it, get started on it, I'll be into summer. Okay, so my last finish is my FFO. I showed you the back. This is the pillow that I did. I pulled, this lace is from Stampin' Up. So are these buttons. Aren't they cute? And then I had a little tag that says made with love. And then for the front, thankful and blessed. So these are Stampin' Up buttons as well. I layered 2 on top of each other. Oh, no, I think I did 3. I'm sorry, 3. And I just used Aleene's tacky glue. We'll see if it stays on. This is a little ribbon rickrack I got from my card making days. There was a little shop in Centralia, and she sold these vines. I got those from her. This is that same kind of an antique lace ribbon that came from Stampin' Up. And then this little copper looking safety pin, I don't know where it came from, but I saw it in my stamping room, and that makes me want to go through my stamping stuff and see if there's anything else I can use for finishing. I'm going to pull out some of my stuff so I can get some finishes. I just stuffed it with fiber fill. I did use an interfacing on the back of this pillow just to hopefully keep the stitches from coming out. This was a scrap piece of fabric I had. When I was making masks for people, I was getting like 1/4 yard cuts, and then I could make several masks out of it. And so this was some of the leftover from that. I just thought it was really pretty with this. And then this is another fabric, again, that left over from making masks. It's a batik on the back. And then I used some of that fabric from the front on the back. And I did this kind of the Lori Holt type of a finish where she cuts the back, stuffs it, and then put something over it. I didn't have any wool felt, so I just took a strip. added some lace to it, and there you go. I want to go to Michael's and see, because this kind of reminds me of some of the Tim Holtz stuff, ephemera type stuff. So I'm going to look and see if I can find any more. I really like the copper color with the fall things. So yay, my first thing to go in my fall tier tray. If the dogs don't think it's a chew toy. That could happen. So I have Happy Mail and some plans. Let's get to the Happy Mail. There'll be a lot more next week, I am guessing, because I placed an I'm stressed order and it has shipped. In fact, I think I might have had a couple of I'm stressed days. I was talking to my neighbor yesterday. She came over to let us know some things and just chit-chatting about the fence and, you know, plans for us replacing it and whatever. But she said, you know, last night was a full moon. I'm like, that explains it. Maybe, maybe not. But it's just been one of those, weeks. So I got one of my orders. I think this order was from March 4th, and I got it last, maybe Thursday or Friday. It was after my video for sure. I think, because if I showed you, I'm sorry, but I don't think I had it for my last video. It took, I think because of the storms they had or something, there was just delays in shipping from Fat Quarter Shop. But they have this new Stitchy Stars. I think this is by Lori Holt. It's so Emma. Yep, Lori Holt. A lot of people are doing this. I think a lot of people will do it for the Americana April, and I may do it for that, or I may wait and do it in Mania. But I also got the thread pack that goes with it from Weeks Dye Works. It has turkish red, peony, capri, navy, and whitewash. And then I got this February typography from Pine Mountain Designs. I actually would like to get all of them and do all the months. They're really cute. I like the little typography things. And Pine Mountain Designs is the company. Company is probably too big of a word. Their designer, quilt shop designer that did the advent calendar. They did that mystery advent calendar. So yeah, I hopped on that, and I'll try and collect all of them. Obviously February's passed. Now I can get, whenever I start, it's probably what I'll start with, or I might wait and get January and then maybe work 6 months ahead so I can get that done. And then the last thing, this may have even been, that one and this one, I'm not sure, may have been one of their flash sale daily deals type of a thing. But maybe not, because it is Madame Chantilly. Love her, obviously. And it's, what is it called? Oh, that's the back. Sorry. Is that the back? It's called Jasmine Tea. I should probably take it out of the plastic. But isn't that cute? And I thought this would be a really cute thing. Again, this will have to probably be for next year because I can't seem to work on one thing at a time anymore. Because there's plenty of time to get it done for Mother's Day. But wouldn't it be cute to do some of these little things and give them as a gift to your friends for Mother's Day? Maybe with a cup, a teacup, and a little, your favorite tea bag or something. I just think that would be so cute. Sweet tea break, or even a little cupcake. This says, "Eat me." Super cute. So I got that, and yeah, I love Madame Chantilly, and I usually just use her called for color, so it's kind of odd that I pulled one that wasn't one of her called fors, but I'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And then I love this. This is a needle minder from Flamingo Toes. Focus. Sorry, take it out of the bag. It does not want to focus. And it's a little needlework shop. They also have a quilt shop. I want to get that too, but I got the needlework shop first because, you know, I'll be showing it to you guys here. But eek, isn't it cute? I bet there's a pattern that goes with this. I wonder. If there is, I need it in my life. Cute, 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 cute. So that was my haul from Fat Quarter Shop, along with the May sampler that came in. And I also got my Bestitch Me fabric. I left it upstairs. I'm sorry, I don't have that to show. But I'm sure you'll see it on other people's floss tubes. I think it was Through the Stones that I got. If you want to see it, leave me a note and I'll show it in my next video. And then I'm going to show you this because I showed you last time, I think it was last time, I got my tagged personal label from Sweetwater Label Co. Trying to show you my address there. There we go. These are my tags. I was showing you their fabric labels that you can put on any fabric piece, but I was thinking last week that it would be really cool to put them on your and now I wish I would put it on my pillow, but to put on your project bags, because it's got an iron-on label. So even if you don't make project bags, you just want to have a label with your name on it. Isn't that cute? So this is this month's. It's upside down. Eek! Look at the little chicken with the little hash marks. Wouldn't that have been cute on this pillow? I didn't even think about it. And then that top one, it says Made with Love, and then my name, Heather North, and you can see the different fonts. So this is tagged from Sweetwater Label Co. or company. If you're interested in doing it, you can find them on Instagram at Sweetwater Fabric. And if you sign up, let me know. They've got like a rewards program. So it's a lot of fun. And if you do make quilts and you want labels for your quilts, it's a great thing. You can sew it in or you can iron it in. I think that is it. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. I told my husband I wanted this really weird thing for my birthday. My birthday's in April. And I said like a birthday Mother's Day thing. And I said, but it's really weird. And he said, what is it? I said, it's a light. It's a light? It's a light, but it's an expensive light. I must be getting old. I mentioned this on a post on Priscilla and Chelsea's YouTube Flosstube video because I'm excited to get a light for my birthday. But if you haven't seen it, last week's video, and I don't know when this will go up, but I'm posting this on March 31st. So it must have been like March 26th, 25th, 27th. I don't know. But whenever their last video was, and it'll probably be on the one this week as well, they mentioned they've got a code for Stella lighting that starts on April 1st. I think it's 1st through the 10th or 11th. I'm not sure. I don't know them. I just watch their videos like I'm sure you guys do as well. And UPS is here. Wonder if that's my Fat Quarter Shop order. Or my Etsy order. We'll see. Anyways, they mentioned that there's a coupon code. So definitely go check them out if you're interested. They'll have more to say. But I've heard wonderful things about this light, not just from cross stitchers, which I have heard from several different cross stitchers who love it. And I think Stella's been sending them out to influencers. But thank you. So not just cross stitchers, but other needlework or other crafters, because the light is so fantastic. And so if you are a hand sewer or appliquer, or even for me, my sewing room lighting is terrible and it's really difficult to see, to cut the fabric. And it makes the sewing harder. So I think I could use 2 lights, but we'll start with 1 and see what I think and see where it ends up, whether it ends up on my sewing table or if it ends up in the family room where I sit and cross stitch, because either place, and of course I can move it, but you know, it would be nice to have more than 1, but we'll start with 1 and see if I like it. I'll let you know. I do love my Halo Go light, but that would not work in my sewing room. Or it does work, but it's not enough light for my sewing room area. And the Halo Go, you have to have, for me, I have to have something on my lap in order to use it. So I'm hoping that the Stella light will be the perfect solution. We'll see. But it's funny because I told my husband that, and then like 2 days later they mentioned that they were going to have a code or something that kind of hinted at something with the Stella light. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait and see what that code is. So they finally announced it, and yeah, I'm here for it. So I'll be ordering that tomorrow. Other than that, next week I won't have a video. We have, as I mentioned, my father-in-law and his wife are coming up for Easter. I'm not sure how long they're staying. My husband does have the week off, but on Thursday I plan on driving down to California to see some family. There's some family business, and I get to see my extended family. It's a short trip down there and back. Not as much fun. I don't think I'll hit any, maybe, but I don't think I'll be going to any cross-stitching stores or anything like that. We still have COVID and I'm still not able to get the vaccine. So this is just, but it's a family business meeting and I need to be a part of and be there in person. So I get to, for the first time in over a year, go and see my extended family who have been able to get the vaccine. So yay! It's exciting. Oh, so I won't be here next week. Either I'll have company here, or I'll have that one day, maybe recharge in between and get packed and stuff. So I don't think I'll have a lot of stitching time anyways, but I may have a lot to show you the following week, and definitely with some orders coming in. Yeah, I'll have some fun Happy Mail haul to show you. Hope you guys have a wonderful, I almost said Thanksgiving, but a wonderful Easter, however it is you celebrate, that you get to see some family this week, that things are returning to some normal for you, and really that you get some stitching time. Hopefully way more than I'll be getting, but hopefully you get some stitching time. And just in case you wondered and you saw my husky clawed me, I hope it doesn't look too bad in the video, but I did want to mention that was, yeah, she got me a few places. She gets really excited and she doesn't know how big she is, and she's trying to shake and it's like this right here. It's like, oh, whew, we'll get them trained one day, right? I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter and a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.